Welcome to Transforming the Toddler Years, a Core 4 parenting podcast blending soul and science-based strategies to empower pandemic moms like you, raising kindergarten-ready kids. I'm Cara Tyrrell, your host, a lifetime lover of littles, girl mom, early childhood educator, and conscious parenting coach who truly believes that how we connect and collaborate with our kids in the first 5 years is how we raise world-ready kids who will change this world. Welcome back, mamas. Today's episode is a little bit storytelling and a little bit strategy and solution. I was hanging out recently with this really cool toddler dad. He's so engaged and just so wants to know about every single phase and stage of his little girl's life. She just turned 2 recently and has always been, up until this point, a really flexible, malleable, cool, calm, collected, happy, what people would call a quote unquote easy kiddo. And he was sharing with me that the transition to 2 has had a little bit of what you might expect. A little bit of pushback, some pretty strong opinions, some refusal to do things. And I have to be honest with you, my first thought was, I actually said it out loud, oh, I'm so glad she's a human, right? Because she really has always been such an easy kiddo. But for you moms out there that have those kids, first of all, congratulations that has been your journey thus far. Know that it's not crazy that all of a sudden, as they turn the corner in a big learning leap, that they start to push back. They're supposed to lean into that. They are supposed to lean into who they are. They're supposed to test their boundaries in their world. They're supposed to try to assert a little bit of authority and find out, what are the guidelines as I grow up? What boundaries will you hold? Where will you invite me in to become a collaborative problem solver? So here is this little girl's experience. The family is very organized. They have to get out the door in the morning. And so up until now, they've always pulled out her clothes the night before, laid them out, ready to go, get up, get dressed, do what they got to do, get out the door. And this little one has decided at 2 that she does not want to get dressed. Can you relate? She does not want to get those clothes on. She does the full body, rigid, I physically won't allow you to get me dressed thing. There's the crying and the screaming, and there's actually a little bit of spitting, using every strategy she can think of to assert her new 2-year-old authority. And again, remember, she's supposed to try these things. So how do we deal with it? That's the important part, right? I just want you to understand how normal this is. And I caution you to use the phrase terrible twos, especially in front of your little people. There's nothing terrible about this. It's actually rather terrific. They're learning. That means that inside their cognitive brain, there are new neural pathways designing. That means that in their physical body, they realize that they're ready to take on more ownership. So avoid the stereotype that the world has told you one is always coming, buying into it, and then teaching your toddler that somehow what they're doing is terrible. It's pretty terrific. Doesn't make it any easier to deal with when you're in a hurry and need to get out the door. So, as a collaborative parent, here are a few things that you could try if you are currently dealing with this. First, stop laying out the clothes the night before. Invite your child to be part of that decision-making process the morning of. This might take a little extra time. If you have that to spare, use this strategy first. Remember, we strategy stack. We try one, and if it's not having the effect that we're looking for, then we'll try another. Don't throw too many changes at your already quickly evolving 2-year-old at once. So one strategy you could try is the morning of, it's time to get dressed. I know this isn't your favorite time of the day right now, Help me choose the clothes that you're going to wear today. Will it be this outfit or will it be this outfit? Give your child the opportunity to collaborate with you. Give them a little bit of the power that they're looking for, or they're going to take it through meltdowns, right? If time is not on your side, you cannot do a little extra. Do it the night before. Remember, you have a 2-year-old. They're brilliant in that brain. In fact, it might be better for your particular kiddo to go to sleep knowing that they just picked the clothes they're wearing the next day. All night long, that subconscious brain is doing what it does. They're going to wake up the next morning and say, those are my clothes. Or you're going to say, remember, you picked those clothes last night. Removing barriers to conflict. Right? We're conscious about this. Exciting news. I wrote you a book, an ebook, and I recorded the audio version for you as well, because you are busy multitasking, mindful mamas. Grab your copy today of The Pandemic Mom's Guide to Preschool Readiness and anchor into the 5 executive functioning skills that your child needs to practice on the daily using you as a guide. It's so easy to do. I've built it so that it just naturally happens inside your day as you interact with your kids. And yes, each chapter is delivered to you 1 chapter a day to your email so that all you have to do is click and listen for a few minutes. It's easy, it's efficient, and it's effective. Let's raise some school and world ready kids. Just go to caratyrrell.com/ebook. That's Cara Tyrrell, TYRRELL.com/ebook and grab your copy of the Pandemic Mom's Preschool Readiness Guide today. If you have a particularly stubborn kiddo who kind of sees everything you're doing and figuring it out as you go, and they're still giving you a lot of trouble, one of my best solutions is usually just sing. I know. Whether you can carry a tone or not, it doesn't matter, because here's the cognitive magic. Talking lights up and processes in one part of the brain, and music and melody in a different part. So simply by changing the way that you're communicating, you're creating the experience where your child has no choice but to attend to what you're doing, because one part of the brain is saying, oh, not my turn. And the other part says, wait a minute, I need to listen up to process this. Just sing. Here is one of my favorite songs. I call them transition songs for toddlers, and I used to just make them up on the fly. And then if I loved them and they stuck and it was catchy and fun, it would become one of the ones that we would use on repeat. So this is my gift to you today. I am going to share my transition song for getting dressed. And then I want to hear back from you. Please leave a review, rate and review the show, write in, comment, let us know what you're trying and what you're going through. Here we go. So, not getting dressed, big struggle, and you're ready to sing. What shall we wear today? What shall we wear today? What should we wear today? Should we wear the yellow shirt? Could you pick a special shirt? What shirt should we wear today? What pants should we wear today? Think you get it. It's repetitive. It involves action that you're taking and they're taking. And whenever you encourage your child to use kinesthetics, to move their body in action alongside a direction, you're going to have a much better outcome. I hope that this has been incredibly valuable today. I also kind of hope that it doesn't apply to you right at the moment. I'm always cheering for you, but if you do have deep struggles, please write in and let me know. I am here to help. Make sure that you are part of our community Make sure that you're part of the Core 4 Parenting Network and that you're on our email list, and you are going to get all kinds of goodness coming at you every single week. Thank you, Mama, for making time for yourself and prioritizing your parenting, listening to this podcast. Until the next episode, stay mindful and proactive as you transform the toddler years.